Welcome to Signature Tube. My name is Ben Schachter, broker and president of the Signature Real Estate Companies and the proud host of Signature Tube. Today I'm accompanied by a really interesting guy who's full of knowledge, Mark Silverstein, the president and owner of Signature Background Screening. Very happy to have him here with us because, of course, we live in a day and an age where a lot of confusion out there on the World Wide Web. Not everyone is who they say they are, and Mark's going to help shed some light on that for us. Welcome, Mark.
Glad to be here, thanks.
For Signature Real Estate, to endorse somebody is one thing. But for Signature Real Estate, to share our name with somebody and take a true partnership relationship says a whole new thing about the relationship. Our agents have had such a fantastic experience working with you at Signature Background Screening. You're knowledgeable, you're personable, you offer a great product and a service. And I want to personally take this opportunity to thank you because we are so proud to call you our partner in the screening and background check space.
It works two ways. I deal with a lot of real estate companies, and Signature is really makes a difference. The way you deal with me and the way you deal with your agents. It really shows.
Thank you. Thank you. That means so much to us. So tell us about your first introduction to Signature. Take us back on a little bit of a history as to how we got in contact and how we built this relationship.
Well, interesting story. It was just about a year ago in December. I had a table at a Chamber of Commerce expo, and so did Signature. And you had agents there at the expo, and I met one of your agents. We got to know one another and talk, and one thing led to another, and I looked into your preferred vendor program, and I became a preferred vendor, and shortly after that, we met, and it worked out great from there.
It's been a shiddock, as they will say. Not everyone's going to understand that, but we can understand that. So tell us, what exactly does Signature Background Screening do?
Well, it's pretty simple. There are actually just three types of background screening that landlords are interested in. One, obviously, is a criminal background search, where we go into national, state, county records, global reports, and also sex offender reports. Very important to know. We also do what's known as an eviction report, to see if the applicant was ever evicted from a property and if there's any liens or judgments against them because of that. And then we have a credit check, a credit report. It also includes a FICO score, which a lot of the landlords definitely want to see. Makes it kind of easy for them.
Absolutely. The process has become quite technology sophisticated in recent years. I remember many, many years ago, you had to fill out a whole extensive carbon copy sheet of paper and turn the pages and mail it in or fax it in. How does your process work?
Well, it's all computer driven. And it starts with the agent just going online. We make it really simple for the agent. All they have to do is, in addition to their name and email address and phone number, is put the applicant's name and email address. We take it from there. And what I do online is I send the applicants an authorization form, which they sign online electronically, because everything we do is governed by the Fair Credit Reporting Act. And then I also send them electronically the invoice for them to pay for it. So when both happen, the report is run, and that's it. Everybody gets the report.
So then the realtor doesn't have to collect the driver's license or social security number from the customer?
Nothing.
So it's really arm's length kind of transparency and protection for privacy.
Exactly.
That's great. And then your software allows the report to be shared back with a real estate agent as well, if they wish? Well,
it's really up to the applicant whether they want to share that report. A secure email goes to the applicant with a link to open the report once they put some basic information in. It's up to them, then they can share it with the realtor, or if they give me permission to share it with the realtor. But it's the applicant that kind of controls that.
It's amazing in the world of rentals how many realtors and customers don't understand why the tenant's background matters to the association. Here in South Florida, we have condos, we have HOAs, and people constantly scratch their heads saying, Why does the association care about the tenant's history? Because the tenant's not the one paying the bill. It's the owner of the property, ostensibly the landlord paying the bill.
Right.
But what we always tell them and educate them is the landlord will oftentimes try to use as a defense to the association, I can't pay my bill because my tenant's not paying me. Or my tenant's living in my home and I'm sorry he's having wild parties and doing all kinds of unpleasant things to the neighbors. And that's why the associations are also scrutinizing tenants these days,
Oh, sure.
wanting to make sure the people that live there are good neighbors as well.
Absolutely.
That's important. So tell us what makes Signature Background Screening yourself unique. We understand that you run the show and it's a very closely knit family company, which is
Right.
great. What makes the company unique when there's so many big international vendors out there trying to dabble in your space?
Well, I mean, I've been on the other side of the table, not as a realtor, but in different sales type of situations, and I know how important it is for the realtor to get this done and get that information to the landlord, because the deal depends on it. If it's not done, there's no deal. So I make sure that I'm available. I almost could say 24/7, because if the call goes to my office and I'm not in my office, it goes to my cell phone, and I always pick up my phone. I've gone out and met with applicants who couldn't do it online. They just didn't have a computer
That's
or
white glove
whatever.
service.
And I just do I do that on every deal? No, but the ones that happens, I know how important it is, not only to the realtor but to the applicant, and we make it happen. Whatever it takes to get the job done, that's what we do.
That type of customer service is what separates you. And the comment you made about always answering your phone, boy, that makes a big difference. And you're the one answering the phone.
Right.
I'm not getting a call center in Bangladesh when I have a question about an application.
No.
And that really makes a big difference to me as an end user and as the broker for the realtors. Now, the system is, of course, designed for landlord-tenant screening situations.
Correct.
But I'm curious if a customer wants to share their information with us and gives either you permission or shares that secure link. Could the software be used if someone is buying real estate, if the consumer agrees and the realtor inquires about using the service to do a background check?
Oh, sure.
on
Anybody could. It's not only the agents or the applicant that can go online. Anybody could go online and request that report.
Because sometimes when a realtor is taking a customer out, women are particularly good because they have a sixth sense. We call it intuition. Us guys, we don't understand that.
Right.
They know when they get an icky feeling about a customer. And if the customer is a willing participant, willing to share that confidential information,
Right.
and willing to allow for a background report, the software could be used to obtain a background or criminal report on that individual.
As long as
well.
we get the permission of the person that we're
Sure.
doing the search on.
So
Correct.
that really expands the value proposition of what the software can do. Well, that's
Right.
terrific. Tell me, is there any last minute bit of information that you'd like to share with us?
I would say that I'm looking forward to the road shows coming up, to get to meet everybody out there, and just to try the system to see how easy it is. I welcome a continued and long relationship.
Wonderful. Mark, it is a true pleasure working
Thank
with you. I've learned a lot, I've enjoyed the relationship, and I know it's only going to grow from here. And the continued agent feedback is so positive, and I really appreciate it.
Thank
I
you.
want to thank Mark Silverstein of Signature Background Screening for joining us today here on Signature Tube. He is one of our preferred partners here and the exclusive background and tenant screening participant here at Signature. So we're super proud to endorse him and extremely proud to call him a partner of our company. My name is Ben Schachter. I am the host of Signature Tube, broker president of Signature Real Estate. You'll be able to get a hold of Mark's contact information embedded here within the video, so you can reach out to Mark and process those tenant and rental applicant forms that you wish to process online. Thanks for tuning in and joining us today, and of course thanks again to Mark so much for being here. I appreciate it. Best of luck with the business
Thank you.
as we grow together. Thank you, our viewers, for tuning in. Have a great day, and don't forget to join us next time for another awesome edition of Signature Tube. See you real soon.